There we go. It's better. So, if you don't mind, Michelle, if you don't mind telling the amazing clients and potential clients in the group who you are, where are you from, and what do you do?
Okay. I am a 49-year-old retired police officer from Las Vegas originally. I live in Nashville now, and now I travel for work. I travel 2 to 3 weeks out of the month, and I do insurance. I'm the executive vice president of an insurance company.
Good for you. So, let's rewind the clock to 11 months ago. I think it was May 2023. Me and you
Sure
hopped
was.
on a call. How did
Yep.
we meet, if you don't mind sharing to everyone?
I stalked you on Instagram for a while first. My background in law enforcement, I was very, very skeptical. But watching your videos, you gave a lot of information that what I saw from other programs, people were requiring some type of pay ahead of time for. And you genuinely seemed like you wanted to help people. So that's what intrigued me and made me actually want to connect.
I really appreciate you actually reaching out 11 months ago because I remember our first phone call. It was, you were a tough nut to crack, to
I
convince, to
beat you up pretty
persuade.
good.
I remember at the very end of the call, I said, look, Michelle, I mean, you've nothing to lose. Just come in for 1 month. I mean, you'll start losing some inches, some pounds. Get into the environment of other women on the same journey as you. If you don't like it in 4 weeks, just leave. No hard feelings. Just let's
Yep.
get you started with 1 month. And
Yep.
here you are, still with us, nearly a
Yep.
year later. It's amazing.
It is amazing. I remember sitting in Washington, D.C. on that call with you, and I was very, very skeptical.
Yeah, but there's a lot of mistrust and people that are. It's hard to trust people online. A lot of scams, and
Yep.
what do you think? Was there anything specific on that phone call that made you say, "Let's give this guy a chance," or a company, or
I don't know that it was the call itself. I mean, it was nice to actually talk to you after seeing you on the Instagram, and I figured I was going to get a phone call from not you. You kept saying, "Give me a call and I'll talk to you," and I assumed that some minion, for lack of a better term, was going to be the person that connected with me. So when I was actually talking to you, that definitely made it feel more real. But it was the 2 or so months of watching your videos that really pushed me toward giving it a shot to begin with.
I see. And what kind of struggles were you going through? Can you explain maybe some how you were feeling or what you were going through in terms of your health or your goals, weight loss goals, etc.?
I'm 5'3". Let me start off telling you that. So a pound on me looks very different than a pound on somebody who's 5'8" or 5'10". And I was at about the heaviest I had ever been. After I retired, I thought I was going to be able to lose the weight that I had gained through um, the 2 years of in vitro fertilization and all the hormones that I put into my body that destroyed me. And then going through a pregnancy that was brutal on me. So I thought I could manage it myself, and I apparently could not. I was positive that I knew how to eat right and how to lose weight. Um, and I was that person who was eating 1,000 calories a day and still was packing on pounds. Um, so, when I watched your video and you said 1,200 calories is what a toddler needs, 2-year-old needs, I thought, oh my goodness, I really don't know what I'm doing. I need help. So
Yeah,
I was struggling, and I decided I was not going to go up another size in clothing, and that was kind of the what drew the line for me. I figured I'd get help outside of. I had tried Weight Watchers, and I had done the 500 calorie HCG. I'd done Body for Life. I'd tried keto. Keto was awful. I mean, I had tried a bunch of different things, some with mild success, some that were sounded great, and then the HCG, the bounce back after was atrocious. Um, so I knew I needed to have a broader based approach, and this is what the program offered.
you mentioned HCG diet. That's very harsh on the human body, the
Yes, it was.
metabolism, hormones. I think,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, I'm nearly sure it's around 500 or 600 calories a day. They give you injections as well. But gosh, that's that's really harsh on internally for a
Yes.
woman, especially going through what you went through as well. I think IVF, did you say, their
Yes.
hormone treatment?
Yep.
So
Yeah. I
then,
the HCG was 500 calories a day, and I lost a ton of weight. But the minute I stopped it, I went right back to where I was.
yeah, it's not surprising. 95% of people who actually diet, they gain all the weight back and more.
Yeah.
We don't have a weight loss problem in America. We have a weight regain problem.
Sure. I
So
noticed that for
tell me,
sure.
100%. Like, tell me then when you come in, okay, like in terms of calories, nutrition first. Let's talk about nutrition. Like, what did your coach, by the way, is Ashley. Um,
She's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
do you want to talk about the strategy, the plan, the roadmap that you came up with? Or
After she tracked what I had been doing for the 2 weeks, and the first thing she noticed right off the bat was that I wasn't eating anywhere near enough protein. I was the person who thought, salads were the one was going to get you to the diet, right? Low calorie diet, low calorie salads and tons of vegetables and lots of fruits. I was definitely overdosing on fruits, way too much natural sugar. She noticed all the things I was doing wrong, and she wasn't. She was so educational about how she explained it. She put together, asked me what I could and couldn't eat, what I was willing to eat, what I wasn't willing to, and she put together a meal plan for me. And she said, "This isn't what you have to eat every day. These are samples," and it broke down what my meal breakdown should be with the fat and the protein and carbs and everything per meal. It made it for me idiot proof, and that's what I needed. I need somebody who can give it to me like I'm a third grader, because I'm kind of high maintenance that way. And she did that. She put together a great meal plan, and when I needed more meals, more ideas, she was right there with them. And then she put together a workout routine. She asked me what type of equipment I had access to. Well, for me, this is very hard because I do travel. I travel a lot, and I don't like going to hotel gyms. I'm working out in my hotel room when I'm working out. So I was willing to take exercise bands with me, and take, a portable yoga mat, some things that I could use in a hotel room and still get decent results. And she put together a workout routine that accommodated that. When I had to travel and I needed to figure out how I was going to be in a hotel room that just had a mini fridge, she gave me ideas for how to prepare for that. And I took it very seriously. Amazon freshed me food to the hotel room and kept food in either a cooler or a mini fridge when I'm traveling. Worked out in my room every day, first thing when I got up, so I had no excuses. And the difference is paying off. The dividends are incredible.
I'm so happy to hear all that. Gosh, so you
Yeah, she's
travel what,
amazing.
3 weeks out of four? You're actually on the go. Are you like you're flying airport to airport, hotel to
I
hotel?
am
That's a challenge.
basically, I go to a city and I'm there 2 to 3 nights, sometimes four, not often four, 2 to 3 nights, and then I come back home for a night, and then I'm off to another place. So like last night, I got back from San Antonio. I'm getting ready to leave for San Diego. So I'm all over the country, and that makes it a little more complicated. So if I can do it, anybody can do it.
That's amazing because I hear it all the time on a call with a potential client that they just don't have time to cook. They're always on the go. They're traveling. But do you think that's just an excuse, or not making it a priority? Just they don't have the accountability or the structure or the mixture of
I
everything?
A
What is
little
it?
bit of everything. I definitely need the accountability. I have to check in. I had a horrible day, day before yesterday, stressful at work, and I ended up eating a lot of things I shouldn't have. And God bless Ashley. I texted her and I said it was horrible. This is what I did, but I'm back on track. I'm fine. And so she asked me, could this have been prevented, and how? So to kind of reframe my mindset, so when I'm getting ready for a situation that I knew was going to be stressful, I should have prepared better. That's on me, and I can't use that excuse going forward. But I understand not having time to sit down and prepare a meal. There are options to have something that is still healthy without having to sit down and spend 45 minutes cooking. There are companies that do pre-made meals, and I'm not talking frozen, fresh pre-made meals that get shipped to you that make my life easier because I'm on the go so often. So I've done that. I found something that is high protein, low fat, low carb, and I order Factor meals and have them delivered to my house once a week. And that makes it easier for me so I can grab something on the go.
That's so inspiring. I'm sure there's many people in the group. Comment below hashtag live if you're watching this live. Comment below hashtag replay if you're watching in the replay. Or if you have any questions pertaining to quick and easy snacks while traveling, or any questions for me and Michelle, please don't hesitate to pop them in the comments below. But it's interesting what you said there, Michelle, about there's some days that you overate, or maybe you binge ate, you went off plan. That's crucial that you got yourself back on the horse.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, maybe they get discouraged or they give up, or as I say, they press the fuck it button. Do you get?
Yep.
Why do you think, or what strategies did you use? You just mentioned there, but was it the power of accountability and knowing that fat loss is across 7 days, not 1 day, or?
Exactly. The first off, the accountability is huge, and I appreciate the fact that Ashley didn't go, oh, no big deal. She more reinforced how I could fix it. What did you do? How can you fix it? Can you fix this in the future? And again, I needed that kind of thing, but also knowing, she's also talked to me previously about if I'm going to go out and I know there's going to be an event that is going to have food that I can't get around, that I'm basically landlocked to an event. She's talked about kind of storing up calories for the week, knock off 50 calories a day, knowing that I'm going to have to save them up for that one day. She's given me great strategies to prepare for myself, so I can set myself up for success, but also knowing that I am going to slip and fall. I know that I'm not infallible, and just know that one slip doesn't mean that, I can't get back up and start over. Tomorrow is a new day, or the next meal is a new meal. I can start from scratch and get back to where I was.
That's brilliant. Yeah, the banking calories for the weekend or events. I really love that myself. But,
yeah.
Tell us more about the injuries. I believe you had shoulder injuries, you had knee injuries.
Yep. I had a shoulder surgery. I had a knee surgery. That was all related to the law enforcement time. I have some lower back pain because of wearing a gun belt for so many years. But what I have noticed is that going through the exercises, I've started to build up my core more, and I have less back pain. I notice if I take a day off of working out more than I normally do, I try to work out 6 days a week if I can. I always make it 5. But if I end up missing one of those days where I'm actually stretching or doing some good weight training, my lower back starts to hurt again. So I can tell that strength training is actually making my back pain lessen.
Yeah, of course.
It's actually been really good for me.
The exercise you were doing in the hotel room, or the gym in the hotel?
No, I do in the hotel room. I take bands with me, exercise bands.
That's amazing. There's so many reasons that you could have failed, but you just pushed through. It's incredible.
I was committed, and I figured if I'm spending money, I need to make sure I'm getting my money's worth, and that's exactly what I did.
Of course. And just in terms of the environment, the community, do you think that helped our community, the private groups, the app, the membership site?
Absolutely. It's very inspiring to hear other people's stories and see that you're not alone in your struggle. I know that I'm getting close to menopause, so I'll be needing some additional support coming up soon. So it's nice to see that there are other people that are going through the same thing. As much as we think that we're alone in our struggle, we're not. And when you do need additional support, you can post those questions either in the chat, in the Facebook group, or in the app, that type of stuff, to get additional feedback. So it's nice to be able to do that. Or in my case, I can also text my coach and say, hey, I need help. What do I do? And she's fantastic at responding.
That's great. And how much weight did you lose again?
I'm down a
Was
total
it,
of 31 pounds.
well, so you can see the definition there in your deltoids and your triceps.
Yeah, if I put my arm up, you can actually see I've got some, I'm getting some tone.
That's brilliant.
I've never
Show
had
some
muscle
love.
tone in my arms. So
That's amazing. Everyone show some love for Michelle there for her amazing transformation. But just in terms of any message for people that are sitting on the fence, that are maybe saying they have a very high performing job like yourself, and they're really stuck for time, and they don't want to join it, they can't join the gym, they don't know how to cook. But what message do you have for them?
we can make all the excuses in the world, but until you legitimately come to the point where you want it, you feel it, you look in the mirror and you say, I've had enough. And that's kind of where I was at. You're not going to make that change. But all the support that you need is definitely in this program, through the coaching, through the app, through the Facebook pages, using the MyFitnessPal to track. I mean, the MyFitnessPal has made tracking my food idiot proof. It's just, even if I have junk food, I can put it in there and it's going to show, and the accountability is there for that as well. I mean, you have nothing to lose but the weight and the bad feelings about yourself. There's no reason not to at least give it a shot. And don't just try it for 1 month. You got to try it for 2 to 3, because you got to get through the process first, where in some cases you're having to do reverse dieting like I had to.
Mm,
And and not everybody's struggle is the same. I have referred friends who have had a completely different program than I have, because their issues are different. And
mm,
everything that you guys are doing is catered to what our specific needs are.
thanks. And you reverse dieted at the start, I believe, not at the end. It really
For
depends.
several months.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, I
You
did
came in
reverse
under
dieting for
eating.
several months. Yes, I was under eating a lot.
So you must have been like, were you full then? All the extra food, were you scared? A lot of people are scared coming in. Oh, like the calorie
I
cycling
was
or the reverse diet. They're really like, oh my God, more food. How did you feel? How did you
I
get
was
over that?
terrified. I was terrified. The first few meals, in fact, the first 2 weeks of meals, I felt like I was forcing myself to eat because I wasn't used to eating that much food. And when I sit down I sat down with my mom, who is an undereater. She used to be overweight, and now has gone completely the other direction. And when she sits down and watches how much I eat, she's amazed that I pack away this much food and that I'm actually losing weight and toning up. I mean, I put it on a plate and I look at it and go, that's a ton of food, but my body needs it. It's clear it needs it. The results are evident.
Yeah. And the impact I'm sure it's had on your family as well, or your
Oh
co-workers,
yeah.
as it has now.
I'm a happier person for sure.
Well, thanks for your time. I know you're a very busy woman, Michelle. So again, we're all just really grateful that you stayed on after the 1 month and you took the leap in the first place. So
I'm glad I
continue
did too.
crushing it. Thanks for your time, Michelle. And
Thank you so
there
much.
might be, unless there's a few questions here in the group,
Okay. Yep.
um, just very briefly. I know we're running out of time. Um, just protein. Protein was everyone's problem. How do you get more protein in? But Kristen's actually just joined today. Kristen, there's actually a specific folder over on the app, high protein, high fiber recipes. And there's a lot of new folders that Kristen was in our program before. There's a lot of new information, new trainings, PDFs that you can check out over on the PT or app. But thanks, Michelle. Keep crushing
Happy
it.
to have been here. Thank you. Thank you for everything, because I feel phenomenal.
God bless.